I always say we sell handmade and independent design stuff, and that we make all the shirts. And then the other stuff is just friends of ours or companies we admire. Yeah, so it's not all local necessarily, but
it's all like local economies though. It might not be like local to West Virginia, but it's like all small businesses. Like it's like our friends who make porcelain, or our friends who make jewelry, or our friends who make, you know, notebooks, and so it's all other small businesses. So we weren't ever going to do a store. We had a studio in Louisville, and then when we moved here, we found this space, and it had the storefront, and you know, there's not a lot downtown anymore. So we were like, well, we should just turn the front of this into a storefront, and we'll have the studio, and then if the storefront can pay for the studio, then, you know, that helps our overhead. So, so yeah, as soon as we got this building, I think we got the building, we got in here to start working in March, and then we opened in August.
It was a long process.
Yeah, it was a long process. There was like, this building had been empty for 15 years, so there was broken water lines, broken gas lines.
There were people living in here.
People living in here.
First got in
there was
here.
no electricity, like it was, so pretty much had to do everything from the ground up, and then we built all the walls and everything, and built all the fixtures and stuff.
I did screen printing in school, but it was all like paper, it wasn't textile stuff.
One of the big things I want to do in 2015 is have workshops, but I'm trying to figure out like what to do and how to make it like worthwhile for everybody who's doing it. Like I kind of want to do something like, you know, do the class, make your own shirt, get 3 shirts or something. I'm still trying to figure it out, but at the same time, it's also hard for me to talk about screen printing or like show somebody how to do it, because I don't think about it anymore. It's like, it's hard to explain how to ride a bike because you just ride a bike. You know, like, especially when it comes to pressure. Like, we have an intern who comes by sometimes, and I'll always be like, I don't know, you just press hard enough. You know, but like that's not very descriptive for her.
That one's definitely the most popular one.
Yeah, and like everybody always asks, like it's got like a hawk on it. That's her hawk's nest, like near, you know, Babcock and stuff. And then it's got an arrow on it for the canal, and then it's got a key on it for home. So you know, when I designed it, I thought about all that stuff, but it just looks like a cool shirt. So, and then what else do we have?
We have the Wild and Wonderful one.
Yeah.
And we just kind of wanted it to look like a old school, like school mascot.
Yeah, school mascot, sure.
Yeah.
Well, we have the Myrtle Beach one. I don't know if you've seen that one.
We were just talking
about
that.
It's a sun, and it has West Virginia in it, and then instead of it saying West Virginia, it says Myrtle Beach inside of West Virginia. And that's, I'm not from here, but I know the lore of like, at summertime, you go to Myrtle Beach.
The beach.
So, the beach. Yeah. So we have that one, and then we have Country Roads, which is just like the music notes, which, you know, is a given.
That we've been surprised by how much of the West Virginia stuff we actually sell online. We weren't sure when we put it on there how it would go. I thought it might mainly be for the storefront, but people that have moved away have been ordering a lot of it.
Yeah, or they'll send it to their kids in school. You know, there's like been a lot of that. So
yeah,
kind of where Stay Cozy came from, like the idea of just like having that T-shirt that like no matter what ups and downs your life had, you had that one T-shirt that when you went home, you put it on, everything was right with the world. Yeah. So that's kind of the whole stay in that mindset all the time.